Hello everyone, welcome to HW News. In the run-up to 2014 Lok Sabha elections in the country, when Prime Minister Narendra Modi was then the Chief Minister of the state of Gujarat, we heard a lot about the Gujarat model of development. Now basically this Gujarat model of development was touted as the success story of Prime Minister Narendra Modi, who was then the Chief Minister of the state, and for several years since then, even after winning the Lok Sabha elections 2014, the Gujarat model of development was something that Prime Minister Narendra Modi and his party BJP took very much pride upon. But today, when the country fights the corona crisis, with every passing day which is deepening in the country, the questions are being raised on the very same Gujarat model of development. Now recently you might have heard about this news as well, and we had reported it back then as well. On May 6th, the Chief Minister of the state of Gujarat, Vijay Rupani, had requested the central government to send in a team of experts to the state of Gujarat to assist in their fight against coronavirus, and the central government readily complied with it as well. Home Minister Amit Shah then had requested AIIMS Director Dr. Randeep Guleria and another doctor from AIIMS Delhi to go to Ahmedabad's SVP hospital. They were sent to Ahmedabad's SVP hospital to direct the medical professionals in the city on how to handle the pandemic situation. Now soon after this, the state government in Gujarat took some stricter steps and put two cities in Gujarat, Ahmedabad and Surat, which are also worst affected cities in Gujarat, under a stricter lockdown. Now the state government announced that there will be a stricter lockdown in these two cities particularly, where only milk parlours and medical shops will remain open and no other shops, even the vegetable vendors, cannot be allowed to function. Now this stricter lockdown started in those two cities, in Ahmedabad and Surat, from May 7th 6 a.m. onwards, and that will go on for next 7 days. So that means that will go on till May 15th. In these particularly two cities, other edible items, be it groceries, be it vegetables, fruit vendors, nothing was allowed to function. Now this was added on with calling in paramilitary forces in these two cities as well. The union government has sent 4 companies of Border Security Force and 1 company of Central Industrial Security Force to be deployed in Ahmedabad. Till now, 38 companies of SRP and paramilitary forces have been deployed in the city. In Surat, additional 3 companies of paramilitary forces have been deployed, taking the count of companies to 6. In Vadodara, 2 companies have been deployed as well. The stricter lockdown in the two cities of the state, Ahmedabad and Surat, was put in place after a shuffle in bureaucracy. Apparently, the central government, the top leadership of the BJP, was completely unhappy with Chief Minister Vijay Rupani's handling of the COVID-19 crisis in the state. But the question is, how bad is the situation in Ahmedabad? Let us understand it through the numbers. At the time of shooting this video, the numbers on the website of Gujarat Health Department show that 8,541 people have been tested positive in the state. 1,16,470 have been tested for coronavirus in the state, whereas 2,780 people have recovered, whereas 513 people have died. Now Gujarat is the only state, after of course Maharashtra, to have recorded deaths above 500. If we look at the district-wise distribution of cases, then Ahmedabad alone records 6,086 cases. Now Ahmedabad alone accounts for more than 70% of the state's total coronavirus cases. It is one of the worst affected cities due to coronavirus after Mumbai. On the other hand, the death toll in the district is 400, which is close to 80% of the state's entire death toll. Meanwhile, Surat has 914 coronavirus cases and the death toll is relatively low, that is 39. But for the spread, this wide testing remains very low in the state. Recently, there were reports that coronavirus death rate in Ahmedabad was higher than the national average, whereas another report pointed out that recovery rate in the state was lowest in India. But how did it get to this point? The opposition Congress has alleged that the cases have risen exponentially because of the state government's negligence and mishandling of the coronavirus crisis. It says that the state government spent the entire month of February in preparation for the Namaste Trump event to welcome US President Donald Trump and then in snatching the extra Rajya Sabha seat from the Congress party. The state recorded its first case of coronavirus only by mid-March, when the nationwide toll of coronavirus cases had already gone up to 100. Within first 3 days of finding the first COVID positive patient in the state, first death was recorded in the state, and thereafterwards the curve of coronavirus cases in the state continuously went up. Currently, Gujarat has 24 laboratories testing for coronavirus cases, and with the pool testing now allowed in the state, it is testing 5,500 samples every day. But the bad situation in Ahmedabad did not slip out of the eyes of the central government and the top leadership of the BJP, which then dropped the Chief Minister of Gujarat, Vijay Rupani, and the Gujarat government, and it also advised to reassign the task in the bureaucracy in the state, and thus with AMC chief, Ahmedabad Municipal Corporation Chief Vijay Rupani going into a complete self-quarantine after coming into contact with a COVID-19 patient. Rajiv Gupta, senior IAS officer, has now been given the entire charge of handling the COVID-19 pandemic and containing the pandemic in Ahmedabad city. The Ahmedabad Municipal Corporation has also identified more than 300 super spreader in the city, and these super spreader range from vegetable, fruit vendors to even shopkeepers. Now, on the one hand, Ahmedabad was grappling with the coronavirus pandemic. On the other hand, we could see Surat was dealing with a very severe migrant crisis. At least 3 times the migrant workers in Surat staged a massive protest, which on some occasion even turned violent. The state BJP also had to face embarrassment because the migrant workers claimed that they were charged for the railway ticket when the BJP government kept reiterating that the travel was completely free. In Ahmedabad, situation during strict lockdown got so worse that some people even pelted stones at the police. Now, with the new management at the helm, the state as well as the central government now hopes that the situation in Ahmedabad improves, as has been the talks in the political corridors of Gujarat, that if the situation turns grim in the state, the Delhi leadership is very concerned about it, and the reason being that if the situation turns grim in the state, then it can make it to the national headline, and it will also raise question on the state's poor performance during the COVID-19 crisis in the country and handling of state government's COVID-19 crisis in the state particularly. Now, being the home state of Prime Minister Narendra Modi, it will also raise questions on the Gujarat model. So thus, the central government, the top leadership of the BJP, has decided to take matter in its own hands and decided to fix the situation in Gujarat related to COVID-19. But the question is, will it succeed in doing so? Do let us know what you think in the comment box below. For more news and updates, you can log on to www.hwnews.in.
हमारे घरों में भी बच्चे होते हैं जो हमसे प्यार दुलार की आस करते हैं।
हमारा भी जीवन साथी है जिसको हमारे ड्यूटी से घर आने का इंतजार होता है।
हमारे घर में भी एक बूढ़ी माँ है जिनके लिए आज भी हम ही आंखों के तारे हैं।
लेकिन हम हमारे घरों में नहीं हैं। आपकी सुरक्षा में कोई कसर न रहे, इसलिए हम अपने प्रियजनों से दूर हैं।
हम में से ही कुछ तो अब इतने दूर जा चुके हैं कि वो वापस अपने घरों को लौट भी नहीं पाएंगे।
हमें गर्व है कि हमारे कंधों पे मुंबई शहर के नागरिकों की सुरक्षा की जिम्मेदारी है। हमारे जज्बे और बलिदान को व्यर्थ न जाने दे। इस संकट के समय में आप घर पे रहे, सुरक्षित रहे।
Now be the first to know about the latest updates on our new news app. Go on your Android or iOS, search for HW News Network. Download our app, choose the language you prefer to get updates in, and be up to date with the latest news.
अगर आपको हमारा यह वीडियो पसंद आए तो शेयर कीजिए। अगर यह वीडियो आप फेसबुक पर देख रहे हैं तो आप हमें लाइक कर सकते हैं, ट्विटर पर हमें फॉलो कर सकते हैं और यूट्यूब पर हमें सब्सक्राइब कीजिए।